rough the pass, rough up, like crazy, rough up. Everybody, rough up, rough with it. Oh boy.
I'll do this one sometime a little bit after 6:30. Time check in the studios of DBS, your nation station. At 6 o'clock, it's time to bring you the DBS Evening News.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the 13th OECS Council of Ministers Environmental Sustainability meeting will convene in Dominica next week. In news from the region, suspect surrenders to police following killing of St. Lucian national Joy St. Omer. And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump voiced to recover Iran's uranium. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
DBS Radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the nation station, DBS Radio.
DBS News.
Welcome back. The 13th OECS Council of Ministers Environmental Sustainability meeting will convene in Dominica next week. The meeting will take place on May 27 and 28 under the theme The OECS Collective Resolve Innovative Pathways in a High-Risk Global Landscape. The high-level meeting will bring together ministers responsible for environmental sustainability from across the OECS member states and associate members, alongside regional and international development partners, technical agencies, researchers, and environmental practitioners. The meeting will be chaired by Minister of Environment, Rural Modernization, Kalinago Upliftment, and Constituency Empowerment, Kozia Frederick. According to the OECS Commission, this meeting is hosted against the backdrop of increasing climate threats and global environmental threats facing small island developing states, SEEDs, and will focus on strengthening regional cooperation and advancing practical, innovative, and coordinated solutions to support environmental sustainability and resilience throughout the OECS region. The Commission added that discussions during the two-day meeting will examine a wide range of strategic priorities. The OECS Commission further stated that ministers and technical experts will also address critical regional issues such as climate finance, ecosystem restoration, marine pollution, sustainability, and renewable energy. In conjunction with the ministerial meeting, the OECS Commission and the Government of Dominica will also host an environmental sustainability exhibition from May 25th to 28th at the Goodwill Parish Hall under the theme From Aspiration to Focused Action. In other news, the President of the Public Service Union, Steve Joseph, has called for urgency in dealing with issues affecting the operations at the Dominica State College. Joseph made the call at the 13th Biennial Delegates Conference of the Public Service Union on Wednesday evening.
Locally, there are many issues confronting the union, sisters and brothers, particularly at the Dominica State College. At our college, there are issues around protracted reclassification, an exercise that started for some time. Completions of repairs to critical areas of the college building, the plant, the infrastructure. Completion and signing of our collective agreement are all issues that affect the staff. And if they are concerned more about these issues, how clear is their thinking to be able to deliver for our students? We have to resolve these issues with alacrity and try to ensure that we bring negotiations to a close. I truly believe that if the board at the college is not empowered to make independent decisions to govern the college effectively, and central government returns a veto power over key decisions, then government should amend the State College Act. If you're empowering the board, empower the board to make independent decisions. But if you have to maintain a veto decision on decisions that the board should make that affects the running of the college, then I'm saying amend the State College Act and put the staff of the State College back under the public service. But if the veto decision is yours, I believe it's better you just make them public officers again. I raise that concern, and I hope that we can sit and have a conversation on it, because it's important.
President of the Public Service Union, Steve Joseph. DBS News reached out to Chandler Hyacinth, chair of the Dominica State College Board, but she declined to comment. The Ministry of Education has announced that the 2026 Grade 6 National Assessment will be administered on Thursday, May 28th and Friday, May 29. A total of 792 candidates will take the assessment this year. Education Officer for Curriculum, Measurement and Evaluation in the Ministry of Education is Krishna Robin.
This year, a total of 792 candidates comprising of 380 girls and 412 boys are registered to take the examinations across 62 designated centers island-wide. The assessments are scheduled to commence promptly at 7:45 a.m. each day. All examinations will be conducted in a paper-based format structured as follows. Thursday, May 28th, Language Arts and Social Sciences Multiple Choice and Composition. Friday, May 29th, Mathematics Multiple Choice and Science and Technology Multiple Choice.
Education Officer for Curriculum Measurement and Evaluation in the Ministry of Education, Krishna Robin. Meantime, Robin outlines measures for parents and guardians during the assessment period.
The ministry has collaborated extensively with educators and school administrators to guarantee a seamless and efficient examination process. Preparations have included the distribution of comprehensive stakeholder guidelines and specialized training sessions for all exam supervisors. The ministry also extends its sincere gratitude to the Ministry of National Security for their vital assistance in securing the examination materials. To maintain a quiet and focused environment for the students, parents and guardians and any unauthorized individuals are strictly requested to remain clear of school compounds while examinations are in progress. Additionally, the ministry encourages parents and guardians to ensure their children receive adequate rest and relaxation in the days leading up to the assessments. The Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence extends its best wishes to all candidates for successful and rewarding examination performance.
Education Officer for Curriculum, Measurement and Evaluation in the Ministry of Education, Krishna Robin. President of the Dominica Council on Aging, Nigel Lawrence, has called for the elderly to be consulted prior to the construction of public building. The Dominica Council on Aging is holding its 30th annual general meeting at the Goodwill Parish Hall.
We, the Council on Aging, will start to continue to push that there should be no development taking place without we being consulted. And it doesn't have to be development by just the government, because it's not only the government does development. Private people and private sector persons engage in development. You know how many businesses that we see come around in this day and age, and then they have 16 steps to climb up to them, or 5 steps without a railing? This should not be in this day and age. In this day and age, we cannot be building 3-story buildings and expect a person who has aged, whose synovial fluid between their joints are drying out, who is going to suffer from rheumatism, and you are going to tell me that no arrangement, no consideration is given to these people having to climb 40 or 50 steps to get to a top floor of a building? Very good. So we need to be able to start to talk.
President of the Dominica Council on Aging, Nigel Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence says the Dominica Council on Aging is concerned about the attitude of bus drivers towards the elderly.
We need to go down to the street level and we need to educate our bus drivers. Our bus drivers must understand that the decibel levels of their music on the vehicles that they carry older persons, or they park next to somebody on older person's house, this is damaging to our health. We need to be able to bring it up to that level. And brothers and sisters, these are some of the basic things we need to be able to do so that we can do what? Make Dominica an age-friendly city or an age-friendly nation.
President of the Dominica Council on Aging, Nigel Lawrence. Meantime, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Cassandra Williams, called on Dominica's youth to connect with the elderly.
Too often, generations drift apart. We live in the same homes, the same villages, and the same communities, yet sometimes fail to truly know one another. In a rapidly changing world, we must intentionally create spaces where the wisdom of our seniors can meet the curiosity of our youth. Today, I want to make a special call to action to our young people. Spend time with your elders. Sit with your grand and great-grandparents. Ask questions. Listen to their stories. Learn how they lived, how they loved, how they survived hardships without many of the conveniences we now take for granted. There is tremendous value in hearing about the good old days, not simply for nostalgia, but because within those stories are lessons about resilience, community, discipline, humility, and perseverance.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Cassandra Williams. Former Chief Physical Planner Juliet Shillingford has been confirmed as the UWP candidate for the Roseau Central constituency. The announcement came from leader of the party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine.
Yes, that is correct. I can say for a fact that we have welcomed a new candidate for the Roseau Central constituency. She is Miss Juliet Shillingford, a former chief planner for the government of Dominica. She is a planner by training, and we are very happy that she is able to be our candidate. As you know, Mr. Glenroy Coffey participated in the last election that we took part in 2019. He is no longer available, but we are very happy that we have a very competent individual who has already started the work here in Roseau Central. She brings a familiarity with the constituency. She was born right here in Roseau. her brother, most Dominicans would know, was the former manager of the WASCO, Mr. Dorian Shillingford. So she comes from a very, very good family. Dr. Shillingford as well, one of the foremost physicians in Dominica, is her father. And so she comes from a very good Roseau family that's well known in Roseau. So she has this familiarity. Also because of her work, she knows the constituency very well. But beyond that, she brings a certain maturity to the party. She's a consummate professional, and we are very confident that she'll be able to help the other candidates and just also contribute very meaningfully to our party. So we are very pleased and very happy to have her.
Leader of the UWP, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Meantime, Fontaine has issued a call for Dominican voters to participate in the voter confirmation process.
I'm not happy with the speed of the confirmation process. I believe a lot more people need to be doing that. We would really want to encourage Dominicans, every Dominican, that is your right to remain on the voters list. You must be confirmed. And so we're encouraging every Dominican to go out there and to confirm. It is now where we are back to the birth certificate as a means of identification. So everybody have access to that. So there's really no excuse right now. I believe that people should go out there and do that, because voting is a right that we have under our Constitution, and we can only exercise this right now if we engage in the confirmation process. So many of them are saying that they will have time, for example. We are telling them, no, if you can do it today, do it today. We really want a lot more people to be doing the confirmation. We have been told by electoral office about 16,000 have applied for confirmation out of a possible 35 or so thousand people. So we still have a long way to go, and with only 5 months left in the process, we need more people to go out there and confirm.
Leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. That's the national focus, regional and international developments up next.
DBS Radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the nation station, DBS Radio.
DBS News.
In news from the region, a male suspect identified by law enforcement officials as the husband of St. Lucian national Joy Sentome has surrendered to police following her fatal shooting on Wednesday night. The 24-year-old young mother was shot and killed while sitting in a vehicle. In a statement to DBS TV in St. Lucia on Wednesday afternoon, the country's police commissioner Vernegard says the police are intensifying efforts to crack down on violent crime as investigators work to solve a series of recent homicide cases across the island.
That is a serious level of action that the Royal St. Lucia Police have taken to deal with certain matters. You could see the action that we've taken in the Soufre areas. We had over 120 officers on 2 or 3 separate missions there. We will be continuing to press for Soufre to be a safer place. You can see what we did in the Marsha area, where we employed our strategies to manage X, Y, and Z.
St. Lucia's Police Commissioner Vernegard. And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump has vowed that the United States will recover and likely destroy Iran's stockpile of uranium. However, reports from Iranian sources indicate that Iran's supreme leader issued a directive declaring that the uranium must remain in Iran.
We're going to either make sure they don't have a nuclear weapon, or we're going to have to do something very drastic. And the people of the country, I believe when it's put to the people of our country, they will all agree that we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. Yes, well, we want it open. We want it free. We don't want tolls. It's international. It's an international waterway. They're not charging tolls. Right now, they are losing $500 million a day is what it's projected. I don't know, it sounds like a lot of money, but whether it's 500 or 200 or 300, they're losing a lot of money. There hasn't been a ship that's been able to get through without our approval. And the Navy has done an amazing job. And no ship is going to Iran, as you know. No ship is going to, or out of Iran without our approval. No, we get the highly enriched. We will get it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We'll probably destroy it after we get it, but we're not going to let them have it.
U.S. President Donald Trump. That's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next with Curtis Matthew.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Let's begin the DBS Evening Sports Report with cycling news. The Dominica Cycling Association has selected a team of cyclists to represent the island at the upcoming OECS Cycling Championships in Antigua. The championships are scheduled for May 31 and will feature a demanding 59-mile road race expected to test both the endurance and tactical ability of the riders. Here is the president of the Dominica Cycling Association, Ronald Charles.
So the names are as follows. We have Desmond Prospect, who is also the general secretary of the association. He will be participating in the masters category, and he'll also be assisting with the management of the team. We also have Isel Green, and you can correct me if I'm pronouncing it properly, but he is also going as an elite together with Coaf, and that also the national champ, Mr. Coaf Baron, will also be participating in the event. For matter of fact, Mr. Baron may already be in Antigua to familiarize himself with the route and do what he has to do in terms of his training. And of course, we have Levi Baron, who will also be participating in the Masters and also coaching the team. Now, one may say he will be in the Masters, he'll be coaching, but he's also the coach for Coaf Baron. And then we have Daddy Chester later, who will also be part of the management team going up to Antigua on that day. So that is the contingents that we have in terms of the OECS Championship.
And that's the president of the Dominica Cycling Association, Ronald Charles. Football news now. The Premier League club Middleham United remains suspended from the DFA League as the Dominica Football Association's disciplinary committee meets today to review allegations involving the club. The matter centers around claims that Middleham United fielded an ineligible player during one of its league matches. A final decision is anticipated by tomorrow. As a result of the ongoing matter, the DFA has postponed Middleham United's scheduled Premier League fixture against Do It Centre Mighty Avengers that was set for the weekend. The DFA has not yet publicly disclosed the identity of the player involved or the specific match under review, but today's disciplinary meeting is expected to provide greater clarity on the matter. Well, DBS News will follow that development and bring you the very latest when it becomes available. President of the Dominica Chess Federation, Carlton Morvan, says the country's young chess players gained valuable experience and represented Dominica proudly at the recently held Pan American Under-17 Chess Championships in El Salvador. Speaking on the off-the-field program last night, Morvan highlighted the performance of Dominica's Under-18 junior champion, Lucas Sorrento, who recorded the team's best results during the international tournament.
Our junior champion, who is our under-18 junior champion, Lucas Sorrento, he managed to get a victory and 2 draws, which was the best results that we got from the team while they were over there. And he competed in the toughest category, which was the under-17 absolute category. And overall, I think the team made Dominica proud. It was their first time going, and they were very excited. When they came back, they said they learned a lot, and they're looking forward to improving in their chess, which is what I wanted to hear from them. I like the fact that they're keeping that zeal and they're striving to get better, even better. So our next goal is to get some serious coaches for them, so next time we compete, we're going to mash up.
And that's the president of the Dominica Chess Federation, Carlton Morvan. Some cricket news now. The Dominica Grammar School had an easy day out on the field as they won by 10 wickets this morning over Northeast Comprehensive School as the Sports Division Secondary School's Under 15 cricket tournament continued. Northeast Comprehensive won the toss and elected to bat. They were bowled out cheaply for 16. Eldon John Baptist took 6 wickets for 4 runs, and Nash John Lewis had 4 for 10. The Dominica Grammar School then made 19 without loss in 1.3 overs to win by 10 wickets. That match lasting less than an hour at Botanic Gardens today. In the other match at Jolly Jones Park, the Castlebrooke Secondary School crushed the Portsmouth Secondary School by 123 runs. Batting first, Castlebrooke Secondary School were bowled out for 155, with Camilo Lucia top scoring with 23. Dejuan Benjamin and the Rente Ogis both added 15 to help push the total past the 150 mark. Leading the bowling attack for the Portsmouth Secondary School was Alison Joseph. He had impressive figures of 4 for 26. Nazio Paul supported well with 2 for 26, while Liam Peter also picked up 2 wickets for 38 runs. In reply, the Portsmouth Secondary School struggled badly against the Castlebrooke Secondary School bowling attack, and they were dismissed for just 32. Nazio Paul was the only batsman to reach double figures with 10. Camilo Lucien started with the ball for the Castlebrooke Secondary School, ripping through the batting lineup with outstanding figures of 6 for 8, while the Rente Ogis provided strong support with 4 for 17. Castlebrooke Secondary School securing the comfortable win by 123 runs. Some basketball news. The struggles continued for the Police Sports Club in the DABA Premier League after they suffered another heavy defeat Wednesday night at the Massac Indoor facility. The Police went down 86-58 to Detroit Blazers, extending a winless run that dates back to 2024 against the X-Men. The club endured a winless 2025 campaign and has now opened the current season with 3 straight defeats. Daniel Oman led the scoring for the Police Sports Club with 26 points, while Nathan Sebastian added 13 in a losing effort. For the Blazers, Zach Bastian once again dominated offensively with a game-high 35 points. Maxwell Birmingham contributed 18, while Sergey Joseph chipped in with 14 as the Blazers cruised to victory. The league continues this evening with the Detroit Blazers 2 taking on Maho Gators in Division 2 from 7 o'clock. That match in just about 30 minutes' time, while Trafalgar Prowlers will take on Dr. Daru Pacers Falcons from 9 o'clock in the Premier League. Some netball news now. President of the Dominican Netball Association, Colita Hamilton, says she is satisfied with the turnout from the teams taking part in the 2026 National Netball League. She commended the players and teams for continuing to show a high level of participation throughout the league.
I must say I'm satisfied with the league. I'm satisfied with the turnout of the teams, considering many circumstances, economical and loss of talent. I really commend the efforts made by all the teams to participate in this league. We appreciate it because, as you know, running the league assists us, the association, in preparing a national team. We scout talent, and we build on our talent. And so I really appreciate, especially those from the teams from the rural areas. I appreciate the efforts being made. I appreciate the teams who would have registered more than the normal 2 or 1 team, those who go out of their way to incorporate very young talent. We have athletes from very young eras, first form, grade 7, second form, you know. So playing in this league then prepares them to be able to participate, you know, in the junior play. You know, you play among more seasoned experienced players, you know, you yourself, you get to sharpen your talent, and so I'm very grateful for that.
And that's the president of the Dominican Netball Association, Colita Hamilton. Finally, let's go back to some cricket news. The player of the match in the finals in the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-day match, Evan Lewis, has dismissed the idea of representing the West Indies in the longer format of the game, but instead he has announced his retirement from 4-day cricket with the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. Lewis registered his first-class century in 10 years during Trinidad's second innings against the Guyana Happy Eagles, a score of 122, an innings that also propelled a South Caribbean island to lift their first title in 20 years. Luis made his first-class debut for Trinidad and Tobago in March 2012 in the 2011-2012 Regional 4-day tournament.
I mean, it was pretty tough. I didn't have this season that I wanted, you know, but I know it's a final and it's very important for me to get a score as well. And, you know, I just went in there and dig deep and I got a good score for the team.
I have to ask you, does Evan Lewis have aspirations to play Test cricket?
No, to be honest. This is actually my last game on O2. Me and Jason Mom is actually retiring from 4-day cricket.
Okay, thanks for that announcement and really well done. What does this mean to you? You've won a lot of trophies around the world, but to win and be the first person to deliver a title in 20 years, what does this mean to you personally? It means a lot, to be honest. It's actually 20 years since we win a 4-day title, and it means a lot to us, and you can see with the boys as well how much it means to us as well, and we are really grateful for it.
And that's player of the match in the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-day finals, Evan Lewis. That too is a look at the DBS major evening news and sports. You heard the news with Leila Langford and me, Curtis Matthew, with the sports report on behalf of the news and sports department, and our link person Joseph Fadul. Curtis Matthew saying good night.
Across the Caribbean, you listen. Across the world, you listen. And at home in the nature isle, you listen. You listen to DBS for unbiased coverage of breaking news, original programs, and so much music. You listen for the information that will change your lives and the humor to brighten your days. So here at DBS Radio, we deliver. We deliver timely news, information to live by, and the everyday interaction that we all so need. These are the things that make DBS Radio the better sounding radio in Dominica. Keep on listening.
Rough up, in the party. Rough up, gonna make you rough up. Wanna see you rough up. Roots, everybody rough up. Rough the party. Rough up, like crazy. Rough up, everybody rough up. Rough with it, daddy. Oh boy. done.